singing this song because he experientially understands what it is to have your life redeemed from a pit. And he goes on, he says, he crowns you with steadfast love and mercy. Now, a crown, it speaks of like who you are, your authority. It can be looked at as a gift or getting the crown. God crowns you with love and with mercy. Steadfast love. I think some of these things can be difficult for us to really kind of mull over and comprehend. Because and I've talked about this before, but our country, our society, it is founded on the basis of merit. Every system, for the most part, that we have in place, our school system, our work system, our military system, it's all meritus, meaning the more you excel, the more you get. And the less you excel, the less you get, right? And so if I'm a good student and I work hard and I do this, I get an A. And if I get enough A's, then I get a weird Latin title and I make a speech when I graduate, right? If I, all these different things that happen and they move forward, then I get to go choose a better college. If I have a lot of little symbols like this, then I go to a better college because the little symbol means I was a good person and I did what I needed to do. And then if I go to that college and I get another little symbols like this, then I get to pick the med school I want to go to. Or I get to pick, then the companies go, oh, you have a lot of little symbols that look like this. We're super into that. It means you worked hard. We want you to come work for our company, right? Then I get to the company and they see, well, this guy makes a lot of money for us. This woman makes a lot of money for us. So we want to make sure that this person stays at our company. So we give you more money to stay with us to make us more money. It's all meritus. And that's not a bad system. It's actually a very legitimate system. Because the opposite of that would be like, you're really bad at this. Can we please reward you for that? And we know where that would go. We've all seen that with children that are raised that way. Everybody else's, of course, not our own, but we've seen that before, where they grow up that way, and it's horrible. They're horrible to be around. Other people's kids. Ours are great, obviously. I mean, those other churches out there. I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. But that's what happens. So meritus is not a bad global societal system. It's just not the system that God has for you or for me. Because he's forgiven your iniquity. He's forgiven your sin and your trespass. That he redeems your life. He crowns you with love. You're not crowned with merit or judgment. You're not crowned with what you deserve. It's his steadfast love. And it's a steadfast love that operates outside of merit. And that's so foreign to us. We can't even imagine that. Our friendships are based on merit. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be. I'm not saying we should be gracious to each other. But there's a place where you go, you know what? Every time you're at my house, you rage on me and my kids. So you know what? You can't come to my house anymore. That's not a bad decision. We have to just be careful with that. It's not a bad decision, but God doesn't work that way. He's a steadfast love. This also can be difficult for us because we think, again, relating to Clive the angry cat and Bart the surprise cat, we think that everybody relates to us the way we relate to them and that we can just know stuff about people, about how they look or whatever. So he says here that it's steadfast love. It's not love that is temporal. It's not love that's conditional. It's steadfast. It's stalwart. It's reliable. It doesn't run out. It doesn't end. When we're with people, a lot of times we can feel emotional high with them and love them and just be like, oh, you're the best and whatever. And then that can kind of go away. And it can go away in a hurry if somebody treats us poorly. Sometimes they don't even have to treat us that poorly. They could just say something with the wrong tone. And we're like, what? What did you say to me? Are you being serious right now? And they're like, I just wanted the salt. Could you pass the salt? I'm sorry. Right? But just a weird tone or something like that can change what we feel about a person. So when it comes to reading steadfast love, we have to take it for what it says and not personal experience with other broken human beings or our broken experience from the inside. That God steadfast loves you. It doesn't go away. And regardless of what we've felt like or experienced in our life, to know that when he looks at you and considers you, he's not just nebulous out there, but he genuinely feels affection and care for you. That he loves you. He wants to be around you. It's why Christ came. So literally, so that you could hang out with him forever. That's why Jesus came.